Hello and welcome to another cTrader tutorial, and today I'm going to demonstrate the economic calendar that's been integrated into the platform. You'll be able to find it on the right hand side under the active symbol panel, which is here. And if I highlight the mouse, you can see it's got a small window showing you the next, it actually tells you when the last event happened and when the next one's coming up. I'll come back to that in a minute, but I'm just going to quickly show you that you can actually drag this window up or down. You can't do it higher than the actual order window, but you can bring it up to the top. And the whole idea really is the fact that you're going to be trading and you can look to your right and refer to this calendar to see when the next up and coming news release is going to occur. Now, the actual calendar events that are being displayed are what you have at the top of the screen here. So you can choose your symbol. If I do USD JPY, comes up with different. It comes up, if you look at the right here, so if you look at right here, it's got USD and JPY. So with the currency pair being USD JPY, because it's a currency pair, any news events that happen, the JPY will affect the USD, and any news events in the USD will affect the JPY. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Euro USD, and what I'm going to show you now is where this data comes from. So if you're wondering where the data comes from, it's coming from FXStreet. I'm going to drag across now the web page. Now FXStreet's quite a well-known Forex website, and they've got an economic calendar integrated. So they have a news feed or a data feed of the events of the news that are coming in, and it tells you the consensus, the previous and the actual values. And I'll also come back to that as well in a minute. So that's where the data is coming from. So if I come back to cTrader now, so if you are viewing cTrader, you can look at the calendar just by clicking on the calendar tab at the top. It gives you all of the news impacts for today, or the news releases, sorry. If I go back to order, you can also just click on the see more. Now this is all the news events for today for this currency symbol. If you want to change it again, you can do the drop down list and you can change, you can go to all symbols and you can find the symbol you want to use, and you can see the news releases that are happening or have happened today for that currency symbol. Now, all the ones that are grayed out and have an actual value in, which pretty much all of these, it's actually happened already. The news events have already occurred for this currency symbol. So if I go back here now, you've got impact as one bar, which is a low impact news event, which means the price will move very little, if anything. 2 bars, which you've got 2 orange bars, is a moderate news impact, which means the price might move a small distance. But a high impact is something you should be watching out for. So at 15:30 on my time frame, time zone, a high impact news release occurred. And because the coronavirus is going on at the moment, the consensus, which means that what they feel the value is going to be, was 3,500. The previous value last year was 3,000, or the last time, sorry, there was initial job claims coming out, was 3,283. This time it was double that, because everybody's out of work because of the coronavirus. So there's a lot of jobless claims going in, and that does have an effect on the markets and will affect the actual price. So what I'm going to do is quickly show you what happened. If I draw a vertical line, this is at 15:30. It probably did a bit of volatility around there, but a solid bearish trend occurred. After that, I'll get rid of that. I'm just going to get rid of this. A solid bearish trend happened at the next candle that opened at 15:45, and if you have a look, it went all the way down almost 30 pips, and then it continued to go down 52 pips. Is it 52 in total? Probably 52 in total in 30 minutes. So nothing crazy, but it just goes to show you that the price will move 50 odd pips or 100 pips or maybe a lot more when a news event happens. So if you do have positions opened and they have no stop losses, or you have positions open and news releases can be unpredictable, then it's a good idea to use this tool and to either close your positions or consolidate them or make sure they've got stop losses. So again, I'll go back. News releases, if you're using technical indicators, a news event is unpredictable. You don't know where it's going to go because you don't quite know the actual outcome of the news release. So it's a good idea to keep your eye on it and see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to go back to, before I go, actually, I just quickly show you, there's another thing I wanted to show you, which is to the right-hand side. I nearly missed it at the top right. It says today. Now, these are all the news events for today. These are all the news events for tomorrow. So the next news event that's coming in is at 9:45 in the morning. There is one at the top, so I missed that one. It's 3:01 in the morning. So in 8 hours, 10 minutes, there's a low impact news release that's about to happen. The previous value was 59.9. We don't know what the actual consensus is. It's a purchasing manager index services. So you can actually look at tomorrow's news impact events. And if you see any high impact news events, which is here, unemployment rate tomorrow at 15:30. So ideally, or if you click on it as well, I nearly missed that. If you click on it, it actually gives you more information about the actual news release that's going to happen. So ideally, if you are trading, you want to know at 15:30 tomorrow, there is a news event that's going to occur and you want to keep your eye on it. And you can need to give yourself a bit of a reminder. So one of the things I feel is missing out of this is drawing vertical lines on the charts when a news event's going to happen and a configurable pop-up window or an alert that will actually tell you 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever you set it, before the actual news impact will come up on the screen and tell you that it's going to happen. I'll tell you why, because you might, if I click this across here and I go to another chart and I'm looking at USD sorry, completely different symbol, USD and it shows me here what's going to happen for this. Oh, I then have to change this. So if you were trading from this panel, you would have, I'm going to just change it for this one. You'd have a different symbol and it will show you a different calendar. So the only thing that's missing really is that if a news event was going to happen tomorrow, like I showed you, you're not going to know it's going to happen because you're not going to have any kind of pop-up window. But never fear, there are third-party products out there that you can find that will actually tell you just before a news event is happening. We do have one that integrates an automated trading system as well, and we are upgrading our sorry, we're going to upgrade one of our products that will give you those missing features, so you will be able to see it. And if you want to find out who we are clickalgo.com, and we provide software and education for cTrader, and you can find out more educational cTrader tutorials just by coming to this webpage. And you can also go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and you can also find out more about it. There you go. That's all I want to say. Thank you very much. And if you do like the video, please give me a thumbs up at the bottom. Thank you.